What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
Going on, Pete?
It is Monday night, and you know what? It's that time of year. It's a little early, but never too early. It's time to draft. Let's do some mocking, right?
Oh man, I'm stoked. We're gonna have a fun one tonight too, right? We're doing some Superflex, Dynasty, startups. It's a good time of the year too, right? We just had the combine just happened, so we can kind of get a little bit of look at seeing what some of these players are doing in front of professional eyes. Some of these head coaches out there, so you get a little bit. You got a little bit of booing from the crowd. Some people didn't like that, but you know what? I kind of like it. Having the fans there booing and cheering. It's your first little expectations in a NFL stadium getting booed and cheered on by fans. That's how it should be. And if you're getting interviewed for making millions of dollars, I feel like you should be able to get booed and cheered in your interview. Nothing wrong with that.
True. That's a good point.
Yeah.
But we got a fun one tonight, right? Let's get into it.
Yeah. We got a couple guests with us. We got Joe with us, also from the sports affiliation, and then we have our boy Rich, the Frito Bandito. How you doing, Rich?
Hey man, I'm doing great, man. Since you guys told me you guys were having this, dude, it's like one of those things when the football season is over with and Super Bowl and all that stuff, and as soon as the combine starts, it's like, man, it's like itching to get in these drafts and everything. Because now, don't get me wrong, I mean, everybody, probably 90% of the world likes the drafting aspect of the best part of fantasy football, but it's only that brief time. So the off season is all about drafting. So that's where you get to really enjoy it, kind of see the trends. We get to get on these trends, like, oh, this is gonna be the guy and all that stuff. I know me and JC went back and forth on a couple people last year with Samir White as the next Alexander Madison and stuff like that. Hey, you never know, man.
Absolutely. And then we can't forget our co-host up there, Will. How you doing, Will?
What's going on, guys? Happy to be back on Monday night mock drafts. It's everybody. Some people are like, "You're mock drafting now," and I'm like, "Startup Dynasty, yeah, we start early because draft's coming up. We just got through the combine, like JC said, and I mean, I'm just ready to rock and roll. I already know what rookies from 2024 that I'm drafting. I already have my queue queued up. I'm ready to go.
Well, I'm ready.
I know Andrew's here. I see Mel is here. Let's just make sure everybody's signed in and ready to go before we start shooting this up. I know Frito Bandito is obviously here with us on the show, so he's first. I mean, we're pretty much covered for the first 6, 7, 8. Stevie T, Jerry B, is Jerry Bradshaw here? I know Stevie T was one of y'all's guys. Dynasty Dak.
I think he's here. I texted him a couple minutes ago to let him know to check
Dynasty
in on
Dak,
him.
is that you? Are you Dynasty Dak?
Let me see.
Not me.
Who's
I know
Dynasty
Cowboys
Dak?
fan, but no, not me. Jerry's here.
I know Jerry's here.
We're doing a roll call.
But
Y'all
hop
might
in.
be here, but are you in the draft room? Because I don't see a lot of green.
Yeah, I don't see any green. So what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna refresh because maybe that'll help a little bit out. I don't see any green.
Yeah,
we do not want to go through this draft on auto pick.
Stevie T is in the draft room. I just got confirmation.
Let me do this real quick. Little roll call.
Let's see.
So let's, tell everybody, the folks, what we're doing here because, Dynasty, I know Mel said she's never done Dynasty before here. So Dynasty, what is Dynasty? Dynasty is what? Basically you're drafting a team. It's basically think about you being at, the NFL draft and you're drafting your team basically from scratch. And that's a team that you're going to be with forever, and then every year after this year, you'll be just only drafting rookies. So in normal drafts, in a normal Dynasty startup, you can trade rookie picks too. So you can trade, I wouldn't say rookie picks, you can trade draft picks. So like during the draft, like in a normal NFL draft, you could see teams trading players or draft or picks, but obviously we don't have players yet, so they would just be trading picks. We won't be doing that because we're on a limited time here. So we will, kind of discuss it though. But Yeah, we're just going to be doing, it'll just basically be a dynasty startup to basically where we are all building our teams that we want for our future. So when you're doing these kind of drafts, you know, you kind of think about your future, right? All right, well, how do I want to build my team? Do I want to build it for right now? I want to win right now. I want to build it with all veterans, older guys that I know are going to win me a championship this year. And then maybe next year they might all fall off and I have to start over. Or you can go kind of, you know, a little bit of both, right? I wanted some younger players. I want some vets that I know that can kind of, and they can still, it's still something that's going to win me a championship. Or maybe your team, you're like, you know what? I'm going to go young. I'm going to play young and I'm going to think long term. So I'm going to start building my team young. There's still a possibility I could win this year, but it's not even close to guaranteed. I would have to work my butt off and hope that the players that I drafted young are going to hit right away. And if they don't, they're going to develop immediately year two. There's kind of a couple ways you can kind of do things. And that's where kind of trading kind of comes in. But we will, like I said, we won't be doing trading, but we can kind of discuss, you know, what are the purposes of trading in a draft. But we're going to get into this. We're going to start it up. I'm going to assume that majority of people here are here. I know there is a majority of here.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I'm trying to help Andrew with the
tell everybody about the sports affiliation and some. Andrew's having some technical difficulties. Let me give him a hand.
Oh, okay, that's cool. By the way, yeah, we do have some sponsorships too. By the way, make sure you check out Drafters. We are going to be, Pete and I are going to get back into doing Drafters After Dark probably next week. They are already doing some best ball stuff, so if anybody's into best ball, make sure you go check out Drafters. And if you have not downloaded Drafters, and if you want to get into it, go download it and go put in your $100 and use TSA bets. That's TSA BETS. Go use that because they will match you up to $100. So definitely do that. Take advantage of that. We're going to be doing some best ball drafting, and we're starting off early because you can get a little bit of play here and there on players right before the hype starts hitting. Right, if you're higher on some players, like maybe you can get some value on some players before they start creeping up that draft board. Also, if anybody out there is like big into fantasy football like we are, there's a huge convention that happens in Canton, Ohio, that we've been going to for. This will be my I think my 4th year that I'll be going. And I know everybody's been here. Well, I guess no, it's just me and you, right, Frito? That's right. It's just us that have been. I think nobody else. Oh, Pete's been too. And it's a hell of a time, man. It's like a huge family reunion for everybody that loves fantasy football, and actually everybody gets along. It's a 3-day weekend. I usually get there on Thursdays and leave Mondays, so I make it do a little bit longer. But man, it's crazy. You get to meet some of the biggest analysts in the industry. They have a lot of fantasy football drafts, and guess what? I'm going to be getting into one of the King Classics this year, so I got that little cool good news to be playing.
Congrats on that.
Yeah, I'm glad. Iggy kind of gave a shout out to Gary, and Gary gave me the blessing. So Godfather himself let me in. I appreciate that. But yeah, man, it's a hell of a time. It's a crazy awesome event. It's an expo, so the Fantasy Football Expo. It's in August, beginning of August. It's crazy. And if anybody is going and you're going to get your ticket, we do have some promo codes. It's TSA-2025 is for the $10, and then the other one I think is Ultimate-20 or Ultimate-TSA-2025. But it is in the description for YouTube. If you want the ultimate experience, which is a new thing this year at the expo, it's like you can basically they have a bunch of crazy things. You can meet one-on-one with like a couple of different analysts, and then like they also give you an opportunity to get into the King's Classic. So that one, if you want the ultimate package, you can get $25 off, and if you just want the normal package, it's $10 off. So definitely check
We're ready.
that out.
We are ready. Andrew is in. We're ready to draft.
You guys want to go over the starting lineup requirements real quick before we start?
Yeah, so I think the way So the way we set it up, this is Superflex. So you have you could potentially start 2 quarterbacks if you want. One in your flex and one as your starter. There's 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and 2 flex, and then your Superflex. And then 8. So basically 10 starters and 8 bench players. So that's how we're doing this. And this is, if I want you all to think about this, majority of stuff that we play in, besides Iggy's league, which is half point PPR, majority of the stuff that we play in is full point. So points PPR stands for point per reception or points per catch. So running backs, tight ends, running backs that catch are really good. It's very helpful. Obviously, or receivers or tight ends that get a lot of catches. So
Yep.
that's
60
kind of our
seconds per
mindset.
pick?
That's how we're doing this. Yeah, 60 seconds per pick. Let's roll through it. There are veterans and rookies, so just think of this as like any startup.
Let's go.
Any other questions? Hey, yeah, David, I'm about to get you into this. I think we're gonna have to build. I'll talk to Will and Pete about this. I'll have to help them set it up, but we can build a chat right on Sleeper. So then, like, if anybody, so basically, then it'll be like, all right, we're gonna post the thing for this week, and then anybody that wants to get into it, hop into it. So that it'll just be easier because everybody that everything that we're gonna be doing is gonna be on Sleeper. So, all right, let's get ready. Let's get started. Let's get popping. Let's get popping. All right, here we go.
Let's go.
I turned my sound off.
I got mine turned off too. So obviously, with the first pick in this early but never too early draft, everybody's always going QB, but I'm always going against the norm and everything by taking Jamar Chase. Look, last year, hey, what was the hit rate of your first rounders actually doing good and everything? So look,
I like it.
go with the sure thing and everything. And then one thing I always look at too is look, you got 3 receivers as a must start and everything.
I like
so let's start it out with the banger.
Love it.
I'm going with Jaden Daniels. I like the addition of Deebo Samuel. I don't think there's going to be any sophomore slump here.
I like it.
Oh, Andrew went Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley. Okay. These guys are going to play tough, huh? I really want to take
Only running back I would take this early.
I mean, I'm just going to go Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow?
Yeah. He had an okay season, a losing season, but I mean, T. Higgins is coming back because he got franchise tagged again.
See, there's nothing wrong with that pick, man. Hey, the only reason why he was slipping last year because he was coming back from the injury and stuff like that. Hey, it's a solid pick, man.
And their defense couldn't hold a lead. They were terrible.
Who's JC gonna pick?
You know what? I'm going to be the difference maker here. I'm going to be the crazy factor here. I'm going to do something nuts. I'm going to go Brock Bowers. I'm doing it, man. I'm going to stay with
I think that it's broken.
basically, for me, thinking about here, it might be a little early, but it's solidifying a position that basically I don't have to ever worry about, ever.
Now, normally I would fall back and say, JC, what happened? But what about the Detroit Lions tight end from last year? Everybody probably thought the same thing.
Yep.
But me being a Raiders fan, I 100% approve this pick.
I don't know, man. I think Laporta fell off because Jameson also, like Jameson Williams kind of took off, right? He kind of went up, and then it both running backs being healthy. I mean, Montgomery did get a little banged up, but Jahmyr Gibbs took a step forward. I mean, they don't have a running back. They really are going to depend on Brock Bowers to do a lot of stuff. So, in a full PPR league, somebody that I know at a position that is going to be very scarce. It's basically like, what Kelsey's been doing. If Bowers can do 80% of what he did last year, I'm going to be very happy with this pick. And all he's going to do is grow from that point.
I like it because there could be a point in time where he dominates like Kelsey did, and that gives you such a huge edge. And then if you play in a tight end premium, it also makes sense, with his ceiling.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't hate it.
I was looking at Lamar Jackson there. But at this point, I think that Lamar Jackson has 1 to 2 great years left in him. And then I think that he's going to start coming down because those legs are going to start breaking down. Hurts, I think, maybe the same. Because how many rushing time? I mean, how many times are you going to get pushed into the end zone? One of those times all it's going to take is one time where you just get smacked.
The tush is going to go before his legs.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Where's that guy, Dynasty Dak?
Is he not in here?
3, 2.
Rick says
we gave
2
him a
years
gift.
of Lamar Jackson is plenty.
Yep. 2-year window, I agree. Especially in running backs is the same year, and every other player, 2 maybe 3-year window.
Hey, Andrew.
I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna reach out to Dynasty Dak.
Andrew says that you think that Saquon is on the Cowboys.
Yeah, I know. I wish. I'm not afraid to admit that.
What's up, Daniel? Anybody watching on Twitter, please jump on over to the YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. Helps us out tremendously.
A minor. Might as well just drop this out. Auto pick, Mel says. I mean, that's still not bad. Good start. TJ. Is TJ here too?
This is. Uh-oh.
Do you think that maybe Sleeper went away with the green under the name? Like
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Because nobody has it. So
yeah, it's wild. I don't know. I like that.
Weird.
It's nice. Very informative.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, dude, I heard Bengals might be trying to get rid of who was that who's that defensive player? Damn it. Not Hendrickson. No. The line. Oh, what did I see today? Yeah, they're gonna be effed. I don't know what's gonna be going on. I don't know what the Bengals are doing. I think they're. What's up, TJ?
They also released their guard, or they're fixing to release one of their guards.
Yeah, that offensive lineman. Was it offensive line or defensive?
Yeah,
line?
offensive line. Can't think of his name.
You know who could use an offensive line? Well, Chicago Bears.
Caleb Williams.
Yep. Everybody's screaming, yeah, we need to draft Ashton Janetti. You guys really just don't care that he doesn't get protected.
Like Marty Janetti. Nice.
Yeah, Janetti.
I would like it because I have Caleb Williams O'Dunsey stack on a dynasty team. And the team didn't do good last year. I got a couple of good first-round draft picks this year, and I'm hoping that I hit on some premium running backs to go with that stack.
Knicks, baby.
Oh my guy, that was my next pick.
That's my guy, bro. Love Bo. Bo knows, baby.
Come on, man. You can't be stealing that Bo nose. That only belongs to one person.
Yeah, I know. Bo breaks bats. That's what Bo does. I love, man. I got very high confidence in Bo Nix. what's his name? Sean Payton, man. Sean Payton's looking for that next gadget player. And I would, man, if they would have went and got Debo, that would have made so much sense. But man, I don't know.
Agree.
Are they in the market to trade for DK Metcalf?
I don't think Metcalf's going anywhere. I don't think so. What I saw today is Seattle has not even been shopping him.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
All right.
But they'd be crazy not to.
They're probably gonna cut Tyler Lockett, right?
Yeah.
No. I just saw again today too. He's taking a basically a team deal.
Oh, nice.
So he hasn't been re-signed yet, but he said that he's
Oh,
open
it's
to
my
a team.
turn.
Okay with it. I love Bo Nix, man. He actually had a better rookie year than Justin Herbert did, and Justin Herbert had an elite rookie year. I think what is he at? Nix, right? What was it? Him or Herbert? One of them had the most touchdowns as a rookie quarterback.
I believe it was next.
He's good, man. Sean Payton, man, he's a QB whisperer.
Justin Herbert, Lad McConkey. There you go.
Oh, Nick.
Yeah, man.
I was really hoping McConkey and Herbert was going to be there for me, but
yeah,
It was Herbert with 31.
I thought about taking Puka. I thought about taking Herbert, and I was like, no, man, I just got so much confidence. So. Drake London, man, that's a good. I am very high on him this year.
Yeah.
That last game that he played, what do you have? 40 points. You're like, oh my goodness, is this what's coming?
It was a little peek into the window, I'm hoping.
Oh yeah.
I was all over him last year, and it was just it's the quarterback position. It was just terrible.
In best ball, if somehow I can get a combination of Bijan and Drake London, and then get Penix later, oh my goodness. Look the fuck out.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, he was a whisperer with what's his name? Drew Brees when he was hurt. Came out of the Chargers, he was hurt. Drew Sean's like, come on, Drew, I'll show you how to throw a football again. Make you love football again. Boom, let's go win a bunch of championships.
All right. I really didn't like that pick, but at this point, all the quarterbacks are starting to come off. And
He'll have a better year.
he had that sophomore slump, so let's see if he can turn it around.
Fuck it. I'll go Gentry.
Let's hope they get him some help.
Yeah.
I'm going young, baby. I'm building young. I'm gonna build a young roster
I hope
here.
he goes to the Cowboys. I hope they draft him.
They're gonna kill him.
No, he'll be another.
CeeDee Lamb.
I'm kidding.
CeeDee
As long as Dak stays healthy, it'll be good there.
Yeah. But as soon as we get to the playoffs, he'll be disappointed again. So frustrating.
Hold on, did somebody?
There was rumors that the Cowboys are actually looking to draft a QB early. Rumor.
What's up, Chef?
A lot of spots.
What's up, Chef? How you doing?
Chef's cooking it up. Gentry to the Raiders. Woo, woo. I would like that, man. Oh, man. If I have him and Bowers, I would fucking love it.
It's a good possibility. I don't know. I think it depends on what happens in free agency on where, if he does fall there and stuff. We need a running back. I think that has to be one of our high priorities. But on the same token and stuff like that, what I was saying earlier, man, there is a lot of talented running backs coming out this year and everything.
Yeah.
So is it worth wasting a first round on Ashton Gentry? Yes, he is worth it and stuff like that. But it really depends on the team too, and how what's more valuable at that spot.
Yeah, makes sense.
I was telling you about that.
Are you happy about the direction that the Raiders are going now?
Dude, I'm happy any direction we're going right now. The season's over, man. We're moving forward. I'm happy with that.
All right, that works.
I'm trying to remember. David said, asking who's your favorite quarterback, rookie quarterback. Well, we didn't see, Cam Ward didn't play, and obviously Shador didn't play.
I'm really starting to like Jackson Dart.
Yeah, I like him too. He looked really good. There was somebody else, man. He just had some touch. Not Quinn Ewers. Oh, damn it.
Quinn Ewers had some touch, but it was some other QB that came out of nowhere. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. He had to pass 40 of a QB too.
There was yeah, you're right. There was somebody that I was watching. I was like, ooh, that guy kind of looks good.
Kind of reminding me of a great quarterback by the name of AOC. But I'm just saying,
Just saying.
Not Milrow.
Oh man.
Dylan Gabriel, he looks pretty good. He's another guy out of Oregon. He's a little short guy, but boy, he can throw the ball far.
Yeah, the one thing about and here's the thing. Okay, so a lot of times they're going to show all the great highlights that came from the combine and everything. What they ain't going to show is all the misses that they had at the combine. And when you have a lot of misses at the combine and stuff like that, I mean, just think about trying to go into the NFL if you're throwing misses at the combine.
That makes sense. Where are we at? Dylan looks smooth, Andrew says.
Oh, is that the guy out of Ohio or
T. Higgins at the 4-4.
Yeah, Dylan Gabriel. Yeah, he looks smooth.
I like that.
I don't know.
Dylan
I don't know
Gabriel.
what we're going to do this year with being on the tag. We'll see.
All right, where's Mel going?
The one running back, I like Travion, but the one guy that I liked late was where is he at? Bashul Tootin out of Vermont, dude. He 4.32 is what he ran. He's fast.
Who ran a 4.2? Wasn't someone trying to beat Worthy's record? Or was close to it?
And that one cornerback from Texas was saying he was going to, but he embarrassed himself.
Yeah, 4.4.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he stopped doing those combos. The rest of the comedy, he's like, my agent said that I should, not do anything anymore. Yeah, okay.
I think it's nuts that 4.4 is like average now.
Yeah.
But so they're getting skinnier, right?
Yeah.
Less muscle, and they're just running. That's it. Speed.
Raheem Sanders out of South Carolina, he was fun to watch catching the ball. Yeah, they're just getting. You're right. They're kind of getting skinnier. Trevor
You can't catch him. You can't hit him.
What's up, Wendy?
Wendy, she was at the combine.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, she did some great interviews over there.
Ask Wendy. Hey, Wendy, who was your favorite player to watch this year? Because last year, wasn't it Milton? Not Milton. Was it Milton? No, he's this year. Who's the guy who played? Who's your rookie quarterback? Your other rookie quarterback in
Joe Milton.
Joe Milton, yeah. She loves.
I like him too. I'm a big fan. He should get an opportunity in a good situation. He will produce.
Matthew Golden, for wide receiver. I liked him. He came out of he was a Texas A&M, right? Longhorns.
Andrew Otto.
That was a good pick on Bucky. I think he's going to be a killer running back this year.
Yeah. I think
Mayfield
so
looks
too.
so good.
And then there was the problem of everybody took all the other running backs. So I was like, man, I better get a running back now.
That could be the steal, though, this year.
Yep.
In the
How
running.
dare you take my Rome?
He was just sitting there.
I almost took him.
Yeah, I had to get me a little Josh Jacobs love here.
He played well last year. He played really well.
Bro, he played really good.
Andrews. Oh, wow. That's fast.
It's on auto, isn't it? Is that auto?
Yeah.
Or?
Where's he at?
Another shot.
He said Ray Rice. Had a mouthful of pasta. What a disaster.
Man, this is tough right here. See, because I want to take this player, but with the loss of all their coaches, did it anyway.
Sam Laporta.
I mean, they've lost their coordinators on both sides of the ball. I mean, on the defensive side, doesn't really matter, but I mean, it's going to be tough to see if their head coach can keep up with the offensive coordinator, what he installed there.
Man, Xavier Worthy in the 5th round.
You think with Rashee Rice there, do you think it affects his ceiling at all, or does it?
You mean Rashee Rice?
Does he benefit? What does he benefit? Well, Rashee Rice was getting a lot of targets before he missed the season.
He could still miss half the season this year. He got into an accident, caused a huge crazy last year, so we still got that to look forward to.
Yeah,
Alvin Kamara went through a whole season before he, got his, problems.
Yeah, no, Worthy's a weapon.
I'll bank on that. I like the Travion pick. I thought about taking another receiver, but we'll see if he comes back to me.
Oh, please don't pick mine.
Rice will play. Kansas City has good attorneys.
The only thing I'm worried about with Xavier Worthy, with Xavier Worthy and stuff like that, and it's not so much Rashee Rice, is Marquise Brown still being there.
Yeah, taking some of his passes away, his opportunities.
Eventually, Travis Kelce goes away, and Worthy is it's a good pick.
How much did what did Worthy end up with receptions on the year? Anybody know off the top of your head?
Like click on him here. Let me see. View player profile. Game log, history. We had 6 touchdowns and 98 targets, 59 receptions.
See, now, with that being said and stuff like that, and you guys tell me what you think, I expect from him next year probably to get up to around 75 to 80-yard receptions. He's obviously going to be more involved in everything, but obviously, like I said, Marquise Brown and Rashee Rice coming back. Now, like what you were saying earlier with JC about Rashee Rice, it might be mid-season if depending on how his rehabilitation goes and everything, but I can see him jumping up to the 80-yarder, around 80 yards, but obviously, 80 receptions, but his yardage and stuff like that, man, I wouldn't be surprised just with on that amount of receptions, he's sitting around 12 to 1,400 yards.
That would be really good for Patrick Mahomes. That would be a big step for Worthy.
He also
And
had
they're
three
going to need to. They're going to need to play better.
So then, what do you think happens to D Hop?
Oh, he'll be gone.
He's done. Yeah. Also, you got to think Pacheco's probably not going to be, and Xavier Worthy had 3 rushing touchdowns. So there's also that. He's like kind of like their Debo Samuel style player.
20 attempts.
Let's see.
All right, there it goes.
George Pickens.
Pickens.
I mean,
Dang it.
do we like Pickens there, even though we don't know who his quarterback's going to be?
Yeah. I personally think that's a good pick. They'll get it figured out. It's still early, but that's something I would take a chance on. Let's see if JC steals my guy.
Man, we let Rick stack Lamar and Zay Flowers.
It's nice.
Take a kicker.
Good.
When you all that money last year.
Yep.
I don't think Pete will think of what I'm thinking of, but I think JC would. No pressure.
Trying some
Man,
reverse
there's a couple guys
psychology.
here I like. Man, there's a couple guys here I like. I'm going with the old guy here. I'm going to take Tyreek Hill.
Not my guy.
Just a little bit of veteran, have somebody there.
Oh,
I think another
Peter.
guy will follow me.
You know what? I'm going to go with the old guy, too.
Yeah, Mike Evans is how many years he's got left. Just depends on that. I like the Debo Samuel.
We seem to be saying that.
I just got sniped. I was going to pick Chase Brown. It's a good pick.
Yeah, he was solid last year.
I even if they add somebody, I think that it's going to be like a veteran banger. I don't think it's going to be like even if it's a rookie, it's going to be a 3rd or a 4th round rookie. I know it's a deep running back class, but Chase Brown is the guy there.
I agree.
That being said, I'll take Bryce Young.
He could have a bounce back year too. He showed some life at the end of last season.
If I believed in that, I think if they improve the weapons around him,
I agree.
he can produce.
I agree.
Yeah, but, I mean, I don't know. He's struggling in the NFL. He really is.
Damn. There goes DK. Good pick.
Oh, you were hoping he flipped all the way around?
Yeah, he might have.
Yeah, look, I'm loading up heavy on receivers this year.
You got it.
I think, like I said, was saying earlier and stuff, you could get some good running backs later on. If you sit there and think about, well, I better not say this because I don't want to ruin it for anybody else. There's a running back sitting there that you drafted very late last year and paid dividends. I'll say that.
Let's see who got here. What do we got here?
You know what we got to do again this year, like we did last year? Correct me if I'm wrong on the time, but did we do 30-second picks?
Oh yeah, that was
The
fun.
quick draft? That was
Yeah.
fun.
That's when
Gino was in there.
Gino,
Mel was
Bob
in
Lung.
there. Bob Lung. Yeah, that was fun.
You guys live streamed the 30-second.
Yeah.
How many
was
times
pure
did you
chaos.
time out because you were talking?
This shit was
lot.
crazy.
A lot. It was fun though. It was a lot of fun because you're like,
You
oh
didn't have
man,
time to think.
nope.
Man,
CMC.
the guy who I wanted was taken.
I think he's done. I think his injuries are going to keep him off the field.
His volume is certainly done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to say the least.
I wanted to go Igbuka.
I was debating him and Olave, and I just decided to go with the guy who's been in the NFL a little longer.
I'm just worried about Lave. Like I said, one big hit again, and it just disaster for him.
And they're supposedly going with Derek Carr, right? That's what I've heard so far.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with Derek Carr. Derek Carr.
I know that, but it doesn't change his situation. Derek Carr sometimes just leaves it up there, and Olave's the kind of guy that wants to come down with it, and he's going to pay the price. So, like you said, the one big hit could happen with Derek Carr there, but I still like him. He's consistent. He's never going to give you like the 30-point spike weeks, but he gives you consistent 15 to 18 points. Good for a wide receiver 3.
I concur.
All right.
JC, what's your take on Rashad Bateman this year?
I'll draft him in best ball.
Okay. He like haunted you.
Yeah, I mean, he had 3 good games at the end of the season when everyone was hurt. I wouldn't say that haunted me.
Hey, he made the best.
No,
of
I'm
his
saying
opportunities.
drafting wise.
I mean, in best ball, it would have been helpful at the end of the year. But I mean, it's not somebody that I would have been mad at, missing on in drafting in any other regular leagues, because I would have had to know when to start them.
But the Ravens are always injured. Somebody's always injured. They must have the worst conditioning staff in the NFL. They just can't keep anybody healthy.
Tough in the NFL.
I like that Chuba pick.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
I thought I was between him and Joe Mixon.
He was that running back I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, Chuba's and he just signed a big contract, and Jonathan Brooks probably might be out the whole season. So,
You think they draft a quarterback in like the 3rd round?
who?
Carolina.
No,
way.
dude, Chris Young is
Why
good.
Yeah, I know
he's-
they got. Yeah, no, I'm just saying they got to do something to add to the room, though.
Nah, they got freaking the Red Rocket there, man. Backing him up.
Miles
Red
Sanders still
Rifle.
there.
The Red Rocket.
You talking about quarterback or running back?
Running back in Carolina.
Yeah, maybe they could. But
Miles
I think
Sanders still? Is he still there? He is, right?
yeah, he's still there, but he's not good. There was a dream once. I was so high on him. I was like, dude,
There was one year he was up to like back end of the 1st round, and then that was the year he busted, I think.
he could have been McCaffrey, but he turned into turd. Oh, it's so bad. He's just. I think the Eagles just made him. He just wasn't confident on that.
You hear that the Eagles got rid of Darius Slay for
Yeah.
cap reasons, cap management.
Yeah, cap hit.
That's crazy.
He'll find like a 1-year deal somewhere.
Oh yeah. I heard that they're trying to get Myles Garrett.
Huge upgrade.
I want the
To
Cowboys.
already stout defensive line.
Yep.
You want to know who could be like, hey, come over here. We're a really good defense. Brian Flores.
He's your coordinator.
Dude, man, imagine him on the Vikings. The team would be terrifying. Their defense would be terrifying.
I think JJ's gonna have a good year. I know he was out all last year, but I'm excited to watch him.
I say what I would think would be fun if the Vikings are just like, all right, we're gonna just go out and we're gonna pay another receiver named Cooper Kupp, who's about to get traded, and just make him our like kind of just slot fun guy.
Yep.
He'd be like your Tyler Lockett kind of player. Oh my goodness, could you imagine having Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and Cooper Kupp to throw to? It's a young kid.
It's like all wide receiver ones.
All right, who's left here?
1, 2, 3. All right. Let's go. Hey, we don't have to pick a kicker. There's no kickers in here, huh?
Nope. Mel said that earlier.
Missed that.
Where'd my wide receivers go?
I didn't know there were no kickers too until I thought about it until I read her comment.
I'll do a little reach here, reach here, and get a little stackage. Orland Sutton was very reliable for Bo Nix last year. He might be old, but
It's because there's 2 flexes, so we did away with the kicker and added a flex. I like it.
I like kickers, and I like kickers, man. A lot of people hate on kickers in fantasy football, but
J.C. Warren was the tight end I was talking about from Penn.
okay, yeah, there was another one from Pitt. There's a kid from Pitt. He was fun to watch. The gauntlet, man, that's so crazy to watch for these receivers. Didn't that one dude just get smoked in the head that one year? It's just like right in the head. That's where they got to like turn around and catch it, and then they have to run down the line and catch the ball.
That's where that one tight end messed his ankle up.
Oh, really? On the gauntlet?
Yeah, he false started and just.
Oh, that jump start little thing you got to do at the beginning to turn around.
Yep.
Oof.
Devontae Adams, huh?
Do you think
It's like the 9th round, no? 3, 6,
Yeah.
9? Yeah.
he's going wherever?
I mean, based on the wide receiver room that I have Odunze and McConkey, so that's 2 really young guys. Olave's a good player, but a question mark. So I figured I'd go with my old guy here to solidify in the 3rd wide receiver spot in case something happens.
Well, I'm gonna say Devontae Adams might be playing alongside Malik Neighbors here soon.
I like this possibility too. Yeah.
Who's the quarterback?
That would be good for Neighbors too. People think
Rodgers.
it's going to hurt Neighbors, but I don't think so.
Rodgers is taking Adams. He already said he's taking Adams wherever he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can just do that, but I guess that's what he's doing.
That's wild.
What do y'all think about Anthony Richardson? You think he's just never going to be a thing, or
He can't stay healthy.
If he doesn't call a timeout to catch up on his rest.
I'm not out on him yet, but he definitely needs to produce soon. he's like Justin Fields. I'm not out on Justin Fields yet either. I think, you know, he just really never had time to develop with different offensive coordinator all the time and different team. Then he had to play as a backup, trying to fight for a job. I think eventually, if he gets the right job, both of them, if they can just find their sea legs.
Fastest guy at combine.
Fields' problem is he can't hold on to the ball. He's just very wild with the ball when it's in his hand. You know, he doesn't tuck it. He doesn't hold it right when he's running. He forces throws, and I mean,
He does force throws. I will say I've seen him do. That is one of his drawbacks. But
he had 3 starts, or was 3 or 4 starts with the Steelers, and his touchdown and interception ratio. I mean, what was it?
they had a winning record, though. They had a winning record.
I think he threw 2 touchdowns though. Those
Doesn't matter.
games.
They didn't
That's
have a
not
winning
what you
record. They were 500 the rest of the way, I think, and they.
You need a quarterback that can throw the ball down the field.
Where is this at? Who?
Fields.
Oh,
Trust me, I've seen 3 years of him here in Chicago, and I screamed up and down, "He's fine. Don't worry, he's gonna be fine." And then no.
well, I mean, you've been watching every single quarterback in the history of Chicago has never gone over 4,000 yards. So,
Yeah, but
so
he
nobody's
didn't even get close to it.
I know.
Dude, why would he go to Pittsburgh and to a running team? You know, he's not gonna throw, still not gonna throw. But I don't know. Everybody just thinks he's gonna go here and he's gonna light it up. I hope he does. I would like to see him succeed. But when he went to Pittsburgh, and his play was just pretty much apart, and Pittsburgh had a better defense than when he played in Chicago.
Tyler Warren, tight end.
They were 4-2 when Russell, or were they 3-2? I forget what they had a winning record though when Russell Wilson took over.
Yeah, they did.
I think they were 4-2.
Everybody's taking my idea. I was waiting for the tight ends. Now everybody's picking them up.
Kelsey's so you can get him so late, it's crazy. Like
Tucker Kraft is a good
ball,
one,
dude. In best ball, you can get him in the 11th round. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna grab him and Noah Great later. Like, why wouldn't you do that? It's best ball.
True.
I expected bigger things from Noah Gray in the Super Bowl, man. It was a shocker.
Shit, I
Too many
expected you
people bet on him. Too many people bet on him. That's my excuse for that.
Guess who had all the touchdowns? Xavier Worthy. My late round tight end this year again is going to be Zach Ertz.
Mr. All Reliable.
I'd like to see where Loveland lands. If Loveland lands somewhere nice, he could be just like the last 2 rookie tight ends to finish near the top.
What if he
Is Loveland the one from Pitt that we were talking about?
Yeah, he might be. Let me see.
If he lands nice, that's your target, I think. If you're waiting.
No, he's from Michigan.
Michigan. That's
from Michigan. Yeah, he's from Michigan. Sorry, guys,
man.
I knew that.
Here, we would be here.
No, I knew that. I just you guys were talking. I was like queuing up a player and stuff, and it didn't even dawn on me that you guys said it.
See where Mel goes here. She went 2 Green Bay Packers back to back.
Gavin Bartholomew. That's the guy from Pitt.
Still available.
Oh, from Seattle.
Charbonnet, the Charb. All right, you know what? Since he's still here, I think that this guy here could have a potential bounce back this year. Actually, both players that I grabbed on this team from the same team, and that's gonna be Travis Etienne. I think that he is gonna have this bounce back here. I think him and Trevor. I think that the trifecta is gonna be that, and I think Brendan Strange actually can have a good year this year too.
You think Chris Godwin might go there to go with
man, that would be that'd be crazy. Is Calvin Ridley's gonna be he's with the Titans now, right?
Yeah, but Godwin makes sense because Liam Cohen, right?
Yeah.
That would be nice.
I mean, I'm not too mad at this. You know, I got some youth on this team, some veterans. There's still opportunity to go out and try to win a championship this year. If my youth hits, I can be okay. And I think there's so much potential later in this draft too, where players I'm looking down there, I'm like, whoa, there's so much left. Yeah, that's what's crazy is I think that's what's nice about getting into some of these drafts early is you can kind of see, all right, where are players that are way late that I can kind of wait on.
Yeah, and on top of that, you know, having the kind of drafts like this, like even before the actual draft comes around, and then all of a sudden you see some huge changes once you start landing spots, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe Myers, great pick, Pete.
I have to pick him now after I talked about him.
Yeah, so here is what I was talking about. To me, these next two picks, man, if they land in the right situation, can be great before draft. But then, obviously, if you draft, once the draft hits, these could be not so great picks. But it's worth taking a shot on these two.
I knew good pick. Yep. I was going to pick him next. I should have taken him there instead. All right.
See, I think to me, Ollie Gordon, dude, if he gets in the right situation and stuff like that, with after you know, he's gonna be down because of his last year. But man, if he gets in the right situation, he could be huge.
Good pick,
Jennings. Yeah, I think if there's rumors Ayuk might be moved as well, and if that happens, it'll be Jennings and Pearsall and Kittle.
Now, here's the situation with the Ayuk. Look, they were out there shopping Ayuk and Debo to whoever got picked first, and then that's who they're going to end up sticking with.
You think so?
Yeah. You're crazy if you're telling me that they're wanting to trade away their both of those receivers. I get Jennings. I get Jennings. I like Jennings a lot too. Ricky Pearsall can be big and stuff like that, but still has some room to prove. You'd be crazy to be trying to trade both of those receivers away.
Debo going to Washington. Big.
That was a great pickup for Washington.
Yep.
It's great for NFL. Like, I don't think it's going to do Debo any good fantasy wise. I mean, it doesn't change.
It benefited.
I agree.
The other receiver, McLaurin.
Yeah, it definitely benefits McLaurin. I think it benefits Brian Robinson too, or whoever they have at running back if they happen to upgrade to a free agency on the draft.
If they want to keep up with the Eagles, that was the move to make.
All right, I'm gonna get my veteran wide receivers. I think Cup's going to land in a good situation. I think any other situation is going to be good. Nobody wants to be in a place where you're not wanted.
True. Hopefully he sees the ball more, too.
Ooh, dude, imagine. How would you feel if he ended up in Drake May throwing to him?
I guess I wouldn't hate it. I think long term it wouldn't be a good investment. I think you want to pair somebody with May that's going to be good for years to come, and
I
not
thought
just
they
a
already
couple
done
of
that. That was Polk. I thought it was who else did they grab? I mean, they
Booty.
was like,
Was it Booty?
yeah, I guess it's still
Booty.
He finished strong. I'll give him that. But I don't know if he would be a good number 3. I would never would want him as a top 2 wide receiver.
David said Mayfield's gonna whoop someone's ass if Godwin leaves.
Jackson Dot.
I like the pick. I thought
Yep.
about that.
He might be my QB1. I'm not 100% yet, but I'm leaning
What's
towards
crazy
that way.
though, you're not getting to see some people throw yet. You
For the
know?
rookie class.
What's everybody's
Dang
thoughts on
it.
Sanders?
Harry. I thought about taking
Sanders?
him. I should have took Harris over Cup. Damn it.
You think his
Good pick.
attitude's going to hurt him?
I think it's not even that. I see a lot of Teddy Bridgewater.
That's a good point.
Teddy Bridgewater was okay till he turned.
Yeah,
to his knee.
but like
His
You
knee
know.
came apart. Ooh, there is a good receiver here I like still.
Yeah, that was a gruesome injury.
What?
All right, we're almost done with round 11. We have 7 more to go.
Nice pick, Jerry. I like that Harris pick. Trey Harris, man.
Wow, there's a lot of receivers still there.
Yeah, there's some
Yeah.
good players here that I am. There's one guy here that I'm really hoping comes back around.
Tell me who it is. You can tell me. You pick behind me.
Come on, let me get that.
Text it to me. Text it to me.
No.
I promise.
See,
I won't,
you'll see in like 5 minutes.
I won't put him in the chat. I promise.
Will Howard, everyone was cheering for this guy, but he looks like he would be like slower than Big Ben on the field.
There's an interesting player still sitting here, but I think
there's a few good ones. I just scanned the list.
yeah.
Oh, Stephon Diggs, that's a great pick. Especially if Texans decide to re-sign him.
I hope they do, because Stroud needs them.
Well, Dell's going to be probably out the whole year. That
Well,
injury was gruesome.
What day does free agency start?
Couldn't tell you.
Let me look it up.
May something probably. Isn't it after the draft?
No, it's
March
not. No.
10th,
The 10th.
March 10th?
It's soon.
Yeah, so it's coming
Oh,
up.
a week away.
Ooh, that's gonna be a fun week.
I'm not expecting anything from the Cowboys.
Jackson Dart. He just got that dude can throw it like what they say, like 60-something miles an hour. It's fast as hell.
Got a dart.
Quentin Ewers, man, I'm telling you right now, he's the same thing that happened to Justin Herbert. He cut his hair and he sucked.
I have a feeling Rick is going to pick the guy I have queued up. I just have this feeling.
Where does Sam Darnold in though?
The Raiders.
The Jets.
Hmm.
The Jets.
Raiders, if he takes a smaller contract than what he's expecting.
Ooh, Malik Washington. That's a good pick.
Yep. Rick did not pick the guy I was thinking of, thank God.
Me neither.
I don't know. I think he benefited from having two of the best wide receivers in the NFL.
Did I just draft somebody I was talking shit about a lot last year?
Oh shit, you
Yep.
did.
That's good value where you got him, though.
I fucking love him this year, dude. I'm gonna be drafting him in best ball all over, man. I think
Best
Justin,
ball is the way to get him. He's a boom or bust guy.
it's perfect
sure.
because Lad McConkey kind of brought him back to life. Like if Herbert kind of came back to life now, and I think Quentin Johnston's going to be a bit beneficiary, and he showed that last year. This is a hell of a pick, man. It was so smart of them going and getting the best lineman available. I mean, because that's a huge weapon for Herbert. Built his confidence, and then they were able to get McConkey on the back end. Shit's crazy. The team could be crazy to watch. If Dobbins can stay healthy again this year, woo.
Rito, Kate Otten, that's a good pick.
Yeah, but
You can see them though.
Dobbins, and he's just like you said, he just cannot stay healthy.
Mel said Tank is hurt. 2027, he'll be back.
Dynasty Mel.
2026, just kidding.
Oh shit, yeah, that's right.
Wow, Garendo. Forgot about him.
What's right, Pete?
About Tank Dell.
Oh, we were already talking about that.
I don't think he plays at all next year.
No, this year for sure not. All right, what is here?
Future fixture.
Kelsey, the 13-3.
All right.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't even see
13th
it.
round.
Where are you going, Will? Where are you going?
Mel, don't be mad at me.
Third, fourth. It's that Kincaid in the 11th round. That just goes to show you how his trade value diminished. If you drafted him in the rookie drafts, that was the time to trade him right then and there. Because I declined a couple. I took him at the 109 in one draft, and I declined a couple of trade offers that I probably should have accepted before the season even started.
I like that pick, JC.
Thanks, man. I like Milrow. I think he's going to be like he won't go to a team where he's going to start right away, and I think he'll be a good project. Like I said, I kind of tried to build somewhat young,
But
but I've
still
got a
can
bunch of
compete.
guys that are can at least try to help me get to a championship. This year's
Think about
Puka is what
I
Rick
have well-balanced teams throughout this draft.
There's a few solid teams. Everybody did well.
Yeah, I was okay until I did Tank Dell. It's all right. I'll make it up here.
Oh, McLeod. Haven't seen that name in a while.
Ray Ray. Ray Ray. What do you think about Travis Etienne's brother? What is he going to go? Is his name Trevor, I think?
I don't know. I don't know much about him.
He's fast. Tell you that.
Let's see.
As his size, is he bigger than Trevor Etienne?
Trevor, where'd it go?
Or Travis Etienne?
No, I don't think so.
No, same size.
What? He in the first group here.
Mel said, Will, you didn't even want him.
Yeah, I did. I like those. Dubs. 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 Dubs.
Dubes.
Tubes.
Dubs. I like it. But you got a lot, Mel. But yeah, you have Love. Reed. Kraft. I need to snag one. Spread the love.
Five nine, 198 pounds, 442 is what he ran. Pretty average.
Jerry takes Dobbins in the last round. Keenan Allen. I don't know. I don't know if he's coming back to Chicago or not.
I think it would make sense for him to stay.
I agree.
I mean, they can move on from him because they
can. Yeah.
They got Romeo. They still got DJ under contract for the next 3 years, and I think they're going to focus on the offensive line and paying some big money to the offensive line.
I think they need to upgrade the running back position. I'm not saying.
Big time.
I'm not. Yeah, I think maybe Najee Harris would be a good signing.
I mean, Roshan that poor guy, he just keeps getting concussion after concussion. And Swift.
Swift is great, but he's a slasher. So,
Yeah.
if they hit him with Najee, and then you can let Keenan Allen go. But I think that you need Keenan. I think Caleb is going to need Keenan Allen if they do nothing about running back.
And you know what? And I don't think Ben Johnson's system, you got to have those two running backs. That's his thing. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. I know the Bears, like I said, a lot of Bears fans want Junty, but I would really like the offensive line to be beefed up.
Yeah, it's tough. That's a tough call right there. I would go with the lineman myself and just spend money on the running back.
Yep. 100%.
And then maybe try to get Cole Kmet involved a little more too. If they decide to let Keenan Allen go, Cole Kmet would absolutely have to be more involved.
Yeah. He has too many hot and cold streaks with Kmet.
You know what it is? It's because he's been having a block when he has to. So that's one thing I've kept an eye on Cole Kmet. The games where is fantasy irrelevant, his route participation is way down, and because he's in line more blocking. So I think the offensive line, if they get an offensive lineman, that'll help his route participation for sure.
Yeah.
Need some running backs.
All right.
Almost
All
my
right.
turn. Gotta get
Where we gonna
ready.
go? Ooh, back-to-back tight ends.
Lamar loves Likely.
Yeah, he does, dude.
He will probably start over Jake Ferguson for me. Most of the year.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jerry, I agree with doing drafts on drafters for sure, but when you're doing dynasty, it's a little bit different, I think. Jackson Dart.
There goes Fields.
Oh,
Are you gonna best ball this one like you did last year?
what? What?
Are you gonna best ball this?
I mean, we could. I didn't really even go back and look at those other ones. Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a guy that I wouldn't mind the Patriots picking up if this guy ends up being a cut. Christian Kirk.
Well, Levi's. Mr. Mayonnaise. Got my eyes on. Damn it. He's gone. And he's gone.
That's a good one. That's a good one there.
Likely, Rick? Yeah, Likely is going to have a good next couple of years for sure.
Andrew took that Javonte Williams. That's a good pick there. I like that one.
Yep, I agree.
And it's kind of the last starter that's left.
Bigsby's a good late round pick because Etienne's always hurt.
And he's showing flash.
Mm-hmm.
No, I need to go running back. I got to go late round running backs now. Just find guys because I'm pretty solid, I think, at receiver.
Oh wow, it still says this.
No, I'm not taking Bateman.
No, I was talking to
Bateman's
Rick.
gone.
So I don't know why it came up the sports affiliation when I typed that in, but it did.
If you type from here, it does. Because you're typing from our.
No, but I logged up when you guys saw me log out earlier. I logged out and I logged in through the link you sent me, hoping that it would bring in my name instead of.
No, if anything you do through here, if you type through here, it does that. So everything when you have to go like onto
on a different device.
Yeah, you have.
Okay.
No, yeah, go onto YouTube and directly post on YouTube.
That was me telling Rick that he should have taken Bateman.
Oh, let me scroll up on this too.
I think he's. No, I know that, but instead of Likely, because you didn't end up with Likely anyway. But I think Bateman's in for a pretty big year this year if he stays healthy.
He'll be on my best ball teams.
Yeah, I like him as a flex. His ceiling is a flex if you draft 3 really elite receivers early and you go 0 running back, and then you make your 4th wide receiver Bateman. I think you're in good shape with that type of build.
Hey, so we're down to the last 3 rounds, 2.5.
Good pick, Stevie.
What was your guys? I just want to ask each of you, like, what was your guys' biggest prediction that followed through over the season for one player?
I guess for me it was Lamar Jackson. I kind of had a feeling he was going to have a career year passing. His rushing numbers are the rushing numbers. They've been pretty consistent, so that's just baked in. I thought that 40 touchdowns was possible in over 4,500 yards. I don't know exactly what he finished with, but I had him in a lot of redraft because he was a discount because Allen was going before him, and I was targeting him heavily if I was in that spot where I was going to take a quarterback early, and just the whole Ravens offense. I knew when they added Derrick Henry, it was going to open up the passing game for Lamar. So that was one of my ones that hit.
For me, I think it's I was very, very high on Brian Thomas Jr. as a prospect coming into this year. I actually thought he was probably my wide receiver 2. I had Neighbors as 1, and then I had Marvin Harrison Jr. as 3. But yeah, Brian Thomas Jr., man, I was very, very high on him, and I thought, the spot that he landed too with Trevor, man, it was perfect situation. I think a lot of people were talking about him just being dependent on, was it touchdowns, right? And like he just had a phenomenal year with catches, run after catch, or just phenomenal player, man. He finished top 8 wide receiver, top 6. I mean,
he was a wide receiver 1 through the playoffs.
Yeah, so he's somebody that I was fairly high on.
Yeah, nice.
What about you, Pete?
Rashad Bateman.
You weren't right on.
No, that was a joke. Hey, that was a joke. I didn't believe in that. I was just teasing you on that. But I think mine was not drafting Christian McCaffrey at all because I knew he was being overused. Yep. And he was due for an injury.
He was injured before the season even started, and they wouldn't even tell us. That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's true.
You had my player on late.
I had him down for 7 missed games. So I underestimated because didn't he miss 11?
He missed 11.
Yeah.
None of them mattered. Bogus.
I think for me and stuff like that, I tend to kind of keep my my surprises like tight to the chest during the draft season and stuff like that, because I don't want people stealing my players and stuff like that. But I think the people I were more high on, like towards the back end, was Khalil Shakir and Chuba Hubbard. I had them everywhere and everything, and they paid good dividends for me for the season. So
nice.
Chuba's a good one too.
He's consistent. That's for sure. He's really consistent.
Mine was Chase Brown. He made a huge difference.
I think the one thing that really kind of, if people would have paid attention last year and stuff like that for the, especially on Chuba Hubbard and stuff like that, when that new coach came in and stuff like that, look, he gave Chuba Hubbard the C on his jersey and stuff like that, and that kind of really kind of told me all I needed to know and stuff like that, that he's going to be more involved in everything. Especially, I mean, if you were really paying attention to how the rookie running back and stuff, he's coming from injury, you knew he was at least going to get the start for the beginning of the year, and you could pick him up around, I mean, you're picking up around 10, 11, and you got basically a third-round running back at best out of his production.
Yeah, because I think everybody thought Jonathan Brooks was going to be up there and play well, but didn't work out that way.
Fucking Rick took my guy Tootin way early.
So you didn't keep him close to your chest.
I was gonna take him that early. I'm sorry. I mean,
Yeah, but you were speaking about him earlier too, so that's probably what.
yeah. There's other players that are better than him at that position. So it's all good, man. I like that too. When people take players too early when you're talking about them. So there's that too.
Yeah, see, that's what I was doing last year. Man, I was hyping up Dylan Lobby, man.
Samir White.
That too.
Go get yourself some Samir White.
Wow.
The GOAT?
That's funny. And I took Madison as a throw-in in a deal before the season started. I was like, looked at the guys. He's like, I'll give you a running back of your choice. I looked and I was like, I can't believe Alexander Madison is the best choice right now. And I didn't play him at all, but he ended up being all right for the beginning part of the season. Madison.
Great. Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Technical difficulties.
Russell Wilson. Where do you think he ends up? He's a Raiders potential.
Where does he end up? I mean, shoot, he could end up in Vegas.
The Giants. What about
I
the
would
Giants?
like him in Vegas.
So, oh, man, that's a tough one because if he's gonna have to learn to swallow some of his pride and probably play backup. Even if he goes to the Giants, or let's say the Giants take a quarterback.
He's going to be a bridge quarterback or a backup, like you said. I don't think anyone's looking to really. I mean, I guess if he lands in the Giants, he'll probably be the starter for the year, even if they draft a quarterback.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Let's see, this is the last round, right? My last pick.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
First mock draft of the year.
Daniel Jones is still sitting there for you.
What?
So is Booty is still there too.
That's your guy.
Starting quarterback for the Jets is still sitting there too, man.
Oh, let's see.
Oh, you talking about Travis?
No.
Travis Homer?
Tyrod Taylor, baby.
Did they really sign him? That's dumb. Travis Homer. I want to see that guy play.
Yeah, I'm over here making jokes. Hold on, I'm panicking.
I mean, shit. Frito, you took my guy, Zach Ertz, too. I had to go with my far end guy, Strange, I was talking about. He's the last guy I was talking about. Everyone's taking my guys. You're right.
Keep them
Don't
close
talk
to your
about
chest, JC.
Yeah.
Keep them close to your chest.
My guys, not your guys. Come on.
So I'm looking at Sean Tucker. Do you guys think if he ever got freed out of Tampa Bay, he'd be good?
It's hard to say.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's just too hard to say with him and stuff like that. Because when he gets the opportunity and stuff like that, he shines. But on the same token and stuff like that, every running back shined in Tampa Bay this year.
That's true.
When given an opportunity.
That is true.
Well, I mean, Tampa Bay.
Oh, Komet off the board.
It inspired me
You know
not
what?
to pick
That's a
him.
steal.
It is.
That is. That's a steal.
I was like, wait a minute, I need a third tight end.
And with Mr. Irrelevant, I will go with Sincere McCormick.
Sincerely.
First one is in the books, fellas.
All right, Will and Pete, take us through it.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about mine. I screwed my whole draft up when I took Tank Dell. But
Yeah, remember though, it is Dynasty, so it's not like it's a bad pick. You're getting value. Remember, it's going
he
off
may
right
never
now.
play again. I don't. He tore everything. But no,
I mean,
so,
Mark Hamlin died on the field and still played again. So there's that. So there's always a possibility that. I mean,
That is a very valid point.
keep going, Pete.
But yeah, I like my quarterbacks: Joe Burrows, C.J. Stroud. You're gonna have to bear with me on this because, all right, Derek Carr was just somebody throwing the veteran there, a little bit older guy. Puka, I mean, it's Puka, right? And he's got great hands. He's real athletic. He's shown even without Cup, he could still play. Irving, running back, I mean, he had a heck of a season. He should play even better this year. Laporta, I kind of expect him to play better this year, but it was a little scary on their drafting him because, again, with them losing their offensive coordinator, I don't know how much of a problem that's going to be. Mike Evans is still going to be 1,000-yard receiver. He just doesn't give up. There's no quitting him. McCaffrey, I think, he's good at PPR. He may not take all the snaps anymore, but he'll play good enough. Coleman, Ridley, Jacoby Myers, another wide receiver that he just plays hard every game, gets lots of targets. Leggett, I'm hoping Bryce Young can kind of step up a little bit higher this year. And then we'll skip Tank Dell. DeAndre Swift. I like Ben Johnson's offense. He uses the running backs a lot. It just depends to see where they go in the draft, what running back, or if they sign someone. Ingram is more than durable. Bigsby showed lots of flash last year. And Taysom Hill, I mean, he's still in the league and he can play wherever you want to put him. So
It depends on that injury.
Yeah. So Turpin, I don't usually take Dallas players, but when I do, it's at the very bottom. So overall, B-.
Rick's handing out C minuses to everybody, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. JC, Mel.
C minus is right where you want to be.
That is, for sure. At Yahoo, when you get rated a C minus in Yahoo, you know you're gonna win. All right.
The Fantasy Pros gave my team a C minus. I won quite a bit.
Jerry wants his team rated. Mel wants her team rated.
I'll rate Mel's. I'd like to rate Mel's because we always mess around with each other. JJ is your first pick. Can't go wrong there. Jordan Love, we all knew that you were going to be picking Jordan Love within the first 3 picks. But nevertheless, it's still a good pick. Derrick Henry's still a tank. McLaurin, I think he is much better with Daniels at the helm. Kittle, personally, I don't like Kittle. I don't like Kittle.
What? I think he's going to get a huge boost this year.
Nah, I don't know. I think that San Francisco's got some issues that they're just not saying. But I've never really cared for Kittle.
He's always been the benefactor of that, though.
I feel like he was blocking. He blocked. All he did was block for Debo. That's what he did so much.
Mm-hmm. Tua, I love Tua. I think Miami's got there. It's going to have a better year this year. Hopefully, he can just stay healthy and not dive and slide. Aaron Jones, Jaden Reed, Tucker Kraft, good picks. Charbonnet, Jalen Wright. Malik Washington's a good pick. All right, he's quick. I like him. McLeod, how do you say it? Algier?
Algier.
Algier.
Wasn't that one of your guys too?
Me?
Pete's guys. Pete? I thought he did pretty good this last year too. Didn't he have a decent year behind Bijan?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did. He had a good year.
Oh,
So I'm getting him at 14.5 is good. Good pickup. Goddard, Wicks. Goddard, I just don't like Philly. I don't really care for him, but he is a good backup. Oh wait, he's not a backup. He's a starter, isn't he? I don't pay attention to the Eagles. I'm a Dallas fan, as you can tell. Kareem Hunt, Kansas City. Can't go wrong there. And Taylor, the last one I'm not familiar with. But overall, I would give you a B. Well-rounded.
Jerry's next.
I'll take care of Jerry.
Jerry!
I'm going through, looking at teams and everything, and Jerry put together a solid team. I mean, you sit here and look at it. Look, he has a lot of players within that 3-year window. It's just right for prime production and everything. When you got Bijan, Kenneth Walker, especially Brian Thomas going into his second year, and George Pickens. I mean, look, if Russell Wilson stays there, look, he's just going to get better second year under him. Ricky Pearsall is going to have the opportunity with Debo leaving and everything. I do like Jennings a little bit better, but Pearsall has the opportunity to step right in there. I mean, and then on top of that, you got a solid David Njoku and stuff like that. You know, he's always going to put up production. And then the way Jerry Jeudy finished out the year and stuff like that, like I said, his starting lineup, dude, that's like prime real estate right there with the players he has and everything. From Drake May as a young rookie QB, Brock Purdy and everything. He got the good connection with that young, with Ricky Pearsall. And then on his bench, you look at his bench. Look, he drafted a lot of rookies and everything that he could fill in during the year and stuff like that. And later on the year, if everything hits right, and depending also too where they end up landing and everything. So, look, Jerry, to me, if I had to look at everybody's and stuff like that, to me, I feel like Jerry has the best team overall, just as far as like putting it together and everything. So, Jerry, from me, I'm going to give you an A-.
Yeah, I like Dobbins.
But
really
there is
like
the minus.
A- is good, man. A- is solid.
And real quick, I don't know if anybody knows who this is. Who knows the Nomad 1600?
That's Rick.
That's Rick.
Hey, Rick, is Rick a Raiders fan?
No.
I don't know. I don't think so. He's a Texans
Rick,
fan.
tell me if you're a Raiders fan, because I was in another league and stuff like that, and I almost feel like that's the same name we were always talking about because we're both Raider fans.
He said
he's
no
a
way.
Texans fan.
All right, then.
Rick,
Never mind.
Rick did a good
Never mind.
job. Rick did a good job as well.
He says Texans.
2 solid quarterbacks, Lamar and Baker. We gifted him Lamar at 107. He was right about that in the chat.
Oh, for sure.
He's got CD to cement the wide receiver room. He went with Zay Flowers, Luther Burden. He's got all upside on his bench, all youth with upside on his bench. Hawkinson is just steady Eddie tight ender. He's a well-balanced team. He's got Travion Henderson, Devon A-Chain.
Oh, yeah.
I give Rick an A. He did a good job. Superflex.
Give an A for asshole for stealing my players.
Oh man. Hey, let's talk about Andrew's team though. I mean,
Him too. He stole some of my players too.
hey, he gets an A+++, because he took Caleb Williams, right? I mean, he won the draft, right? No, but sirs, he got Josh Allen. He's got a veteran, the MVP the season. He got Marvin Harrison, Rashee Rice, Devontae Smith. I really love his wide receivers. Chase Brown. I'm not going to try to pronounce that, but go ahead.
Egbuka and Scadaboo.
Yeah. Scadaboo, Travis Hunter. I like the Travis Hunter pick. Najee,
Oof.
Rashid, Kincaid, Kelsey. He got value at the tight end, at the back
I like
end.
that Shaheed value, man. He stays.
Williams, Will Levis. Me particularly, I'm out on him. He's just his rookie year. He kind of showed some things, but he's just.
I gave him a chance last year, and he let me down.
Yeah,
Man.
Coker, Mostert, and Arroyo. That's I give you a B.
Scatterboot. Yeah, I like the I kind of like that little run or besides, I don't know. I'm worried about Travis Hunter, man. I think he's going to be a great player in the NFL, but I don't know how great he's going to be for fantasy football. If he's in as an elite of the cornerback, as a lot of people say, then he's not going to get a lot of targets, so he won't do great on IDP. But I don't think he's going to be able to do both. I mean, NFL is a different level, man. Like in college, you're playing against people that are going to be like accountants, and they're going to be like, they're not going to be professional athletes their whole life, and they also didn't play at a high level. They played at Colorado, which is, what is it? Is it the FBC or what is it? The FBS? What's Colorado in? What conference are they in? Colorado, is it the FBS? No, I can't remember. But they're not in any conference that's like crazy. It's not SEC. You're not playing against top end players that you're not playing against a defense where they're going to have 18 players come off of that team and go in the in the draft. They're not playing against teams like that.
Colorado's in the Big 12.
All right, Big 12. But if he's as elite as he's going to be, which he is extremely elite at being a corner, I think about players like Rivas, Darrelle Rivas. He's not going to be. He didn't do great. He would have been a great player to play in IDP just because he never targeted. Like it was a rare target because he was so good that it's either going to be an interception and he has a good big week because of that, or something like that. But I just don't know about him as a receiver too on that end. If he does and he does something crazy like that, man, that's going to be. The amount of outlier type of player you're going to be talking about is insane. Like that is craziness. But if it happens, it happens. But I just don't have high expectations for him to do both. Man, Javonte Williams though, I liked that. I think that's crazy value. I think they're still going to have to stick with him. I mean, Javonte Williams didn't do terrible, and at that value, he's still technically a starting running back. So. Yeah, I was a little upset when he went before my pick, but yeah, great. I like this team too, man. He made some good picks, and I'm definitely big on Scatterboo and Ekbuke because he took both of those players from me as well. Scatterboo, he had a crazy good what did we say? Standing long jump or what did he get to what do they call it? Not the vertical, but standing long jump. But he had to do that, and that shit was so far. I think 9 foot something or 11 foot something, maybe. It was crazy. And at running back, there's talks about him potentially being the next, great white running back, I guess you could call him. Very rare. But it is what it is. There's potential for that. But there was talks about that too. Who's the cat that came out of it was like last year? Didn't he play for like Washington or something like that? And everyone was like, dude, this guy's gonna be and he sucked. So there is potential for that. But Scatterboo is supposed to be pretty damn good, man. He's supposed to be insane, but we'll see what it is. He said Peyton Hillis on roids. Yeah, there you go. I'd be happy with that. It's an interesting draft class for running back. There, if you watch the combine at all, it was interesting to see some of these guys. They even when you're hearing some of these commentators talking about being probably one of the better running back draft classes they've seen, and it was crazy too because they were kind of talking about how a lot of teams are, the ways they want to start cutting funds and cutting money is by not paying these running backs as much. And what's crazy to me too is, how much running backs get leaned on, right? Fourth quarter, you got running backs running timeout, running backs doing all sorts of stuff, catching the ball. You got it's hard to see that these guys are not making the money they should be making. But it is what it is.
It's just the fact that the window for them too and everything. You got that 4-year window compared to a receiver and tight ends and QBs is what pushes them down.
Yeah, you're right too. I mean, they get used so much, hit so much, they run. I mean, and I feel like they should. It should almost be a higher end rookie contract. Your rookie contract running back should be higher than anybody's.
First couple of years, yeah.
I agree 100% on that.
But yeah, this is a great first draft. We lost Peter, but it's all right, man.
Technical difficulties.
Rich, Rich, it was awesome having you on tonight. It was awesome having you on tonight, Joe. Man, it's fun to start getting, greasing up the gears, getting things back in order, getting your mind thinking again. And, best ball season's upon us. And, it is Dynasty. So, like I said, you're going to start, if you are in Dynasty, like I said, we talk about free agency starting to open up. You're going to start seeing some players moving around. People are starting making some trades in your Dynasty leagues. So, things are going to start moving. One thing that sucks, though, is that once we're done with the draft, it's a lull for a long ass time.
Yeah. Dude, I tell you what, man. Sit here and think about it. When was it when football became an all-year sport? What year did that really kick off? What would you say?
Yeah. I don't know.
2014? 2012?
Man, I where I'm getting at is, man, it's just I remember when football season was over, back in the early 2000s and stuff like that, is nobody talked about football. It wasn't really covered much. And then it's 365 days a year now, with fantasy football and everything. And that's what makes it so beautiful.
I think that had to do with the internet really revamping the way fantasy is accessed, because we're able to now draft in March before the draft because they have all the players there, so we can make our ADPs. I mean, I don't know exactly when that changed, but I think it was rather recent, probably within the past, for me at least, 3 or 4 years.
You could even say when I think Vegas got more involved too with betting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You got your prop bets for everything, right? You got your prop bets for the combine. You got your prop bets for the draft. You got your prop bets for the season bets. Everything's people are constantly talking about football. So, and just like everybody's kind of been saying, it's more accessible, right, to all of our fingertips now. So everyone's kind of talking about it, and it is nice. It's nice. Dynasty's fun. It's something that you have to be committed to, though, right? It's not something you just go around saying, I'm going to get into 5 Dynasty leagues this year. No, slow down, because next year, if you don't like these leagues, you can't leave. And if you do leave, you're an asshole, or, you can at least go find somebody to kind of take your team over. But, it's a commitment. Dynasty is a commitment. It's like a relationship. You're really setting roots. So you got to kind of find a group of people that you like to play with, that you're going to have fun, talking shit with, shooting the shit with, making trades with, talking football all year. That's kind of what it's all about. That's what Dynasty is. It's that's what kind of gets your friendship of football and kind of brings it all together. And you can do something all year with these people. So those are the kind of people you want to build a Dynasty league with. Yeah.
JC, Pete, Will, I appreciate you guys letting me jump on with you guys. I love doing this stuff with you guys and talking football, so appreciate it.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna get out of here. It's been almost 2 hours, which is great. But we had some great viewership. We're gonna start doing some fun things, but we're gonna try to more people we can get on YouTube, following along on YouTube. We're gonna try to do some giveaways probably at the end of this month. I got some swag we're going to be working on, and I got some mock draft shirts that that I've been kind of working on here coming out soon. So we might be doing some giveaways, but it's going to be to anybody that joins in the conversation over on YouTube. We are monetized now, which is great. So we're going to be working on getting some stuff put together to help anybody out there that wants to be part of our, subscribe and, do things like that with us. So, yeah, it's an exciting new time. Football is back. I'm excited. New year, new me. Let's go. All right, we're out of here. Tomorrow, by the way, on Rick's show is actually pre-recorded, but it will be coming out at the same time. So it's going to basically come out as a premiere. So it will show just like it's a live show at 6:00. So come and check that out. And Carla, Wednesday, who does she got this week? Damn it. Oh, she's got Laquan. So if y'all know Laquan from he's on NFL Network. I think where else is he at? Laquan Jones. He's he's killer, dude. He's big name in the industry, so he'll be on. And then who do y'all got on Thursday?
John Siegel.
Oh.
Soldier Siege.
Yep. Laquan Jones, baby. All right, yeah, it's gonna be a great week. So yeah, come hang out, and we're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna keep talking fantasy, man. It's just gonna keep rolling. Appreciate y'all. We're out of here. Peace.